Let's reveal a delicate subject. A secret kept in the shadows, the most forbidden sins of the chosen. These are deviations that, although often overlooked, can weigh heavily on the soul and divert alignment with the sacred purpose. Unlike the common flaws shared by all, these sins are deep and have the power to compromise your mission, interfering with the gifts you cultivate and pulling your awareness away from the true meaning of your journey. But stay calm. The intention here is not to judge but to clarify. The journey of the chosen is one of responsibility, and knowing the obstacles is the first step to avoiding them. In this video we will shed light on these hidden errors one by one so you can reflect on each one and find the strength to realign with your calling. The journey begins now, and the first forbidden sin we will explore is the most subtle and at the same time the most corrosive. It manifests when you ignore that inner voice, the subtle call that has always guided you. The journey of the chosen often begins with a subtle sign, a premonition, an internal voice that no one else can hear. This call is a silent compass, guiding your steps with a sense that something special awaits you, a mission only you can fulfill. However, neglecting that inner voice is one of the most common and, paradoxically, the most damaging deviations for a chosen one. When a chosen one ignores what they feel inside, it's like extinguishing the flame that connects them to their purpose. Sometimes this happens slowly, almost unnoticed. The world around them starts demanding attention with distractions, routines, and responsibilities that seem urgent, and without realizing it, they drift away from their own truth. Ignoring this call is like closing your eyes to your own path, allowing yourself to be swept away by a current of doubts and indecisiveness that only deepens the emptiness. At times, the fear of being misunderstood leads the chosen one to silence themselves, to set aside what they feel. Perhaps the idea of following this path causes fear, or maybe the weight of others' expectations makes them doubt themselves. But by doing this, they lose something valuable: their authenticity, their true strength, the energy that connects them to their mission. The price of neglecting this inner voice doesn't appear immediately. It manifests as dissatisfaction, a growing disconnection from the peace that once seemed natural. It's a subtle distancing which over time turns into a barrier, preventing them from hearing the sacred. The chosen one begins to feel lost, confused, as if something essential is always just out of reach, something they can no longer identify. From there, an important reflection arises: how can one reconnect with the call? How can they allow that inner voice to shine again? There is no single path, but it's essential to create space for silence, for what lies beyond the everyday noise. When the chosen take time for this stillness, they begin to feel again that original impulse that set them on this path. For the chosen, the greatest challenge is not finding the call, but accepting and embracing it. This call is not for those who seek the ordinary, but for those with the courage to surrender to the unknown. Those who accept that their mission is unlike any other. By allowing this voice to echo once more, the chosen one finds their way again. Purpose is what guides the path back to one's essence. The second deviation that can corrupt the journey of a chosen one is the desire for external validation. From an early age, many chosen ones feel an inner difference, something unique that sets them apart from others. However, carrying this uniqueness is not always easy, and the weight of feeling misunderstood can lead them to seek recognition and acceptance outside of themselves. This longing to be seen and understood, while human, represents one of the most subtle and dangerous traps for those with a mission. When a chosen one becomes consumed by the need for external validation, they attempt to fill a void that only a connection to their own spirit can satisfy. They become involved in behaviors and situations that, deep down, bring no peace but only provide momentary satisfaction. Each approval or word of acceptance calms their doubts, but only for a brief moment. Soon, the restlessness returns because what truly nourishes them cannot come from the outside. It is the deep recognition of their own worth. This attachment to external validation creates a fog that clouds the chosen one's perception of themselves, moving them further away from their authenticity. They begin to shape their choices, expressions, and even their gifts to meet the expectations of others, losing sight of what truly matters in their journey. By trying to conform to what others expect, they drift further from the true purpose that called them. It's like wearing masks for every environment, never revealing their true essence. But what is the price of this search for acceptance? They feel increasingly disconnected from their purpose, from their mission. The more they try to please, the emptier they feel. The truth is, the journey of the chosen one is not meant to be understood by everyone, for it doesn't follow common patterns. True recognition can only come from within, through a silent and profound acceptance of who they truly are. To find their way back, the chosen one must free themselves from the need to be approved and understood. They need to rediscover the joy of being who they are, without explanations and without compromise. This is the true power of a chosen one. Authenticity and the freedom to walk without seeking applause, without relying on the acceptance of others. When they release this need, they finally realign with their purpose, finding a peace that external recognition could never offer. The third deviation is a subtle yet devastating forgetfulness, forgetting the mission of service. The chosen one was not called for themselves alone, but for something greater, something that transcends the ego and connects to the collective well-being and awakening. However, the temptations and distractions of the world can cause them to stray from this focus, becoming centered on personal desires and smaller ambitions. This is one of the most forbidden sins, as by distancing themselves from their mission of service, the chosen one loses the guiding thread that connects them to the sacred. It's natural, amid the daily challenges and pressures, for them to feel overwhelmed and, at times, tired of being a channel of light. The modern world imposes a constant demand for material achievements, and this flow of influences can cause them to lose themselves in goals that have nothing to do with their true journey. They begin to prioritize accomplishments, comfort, or recognition, pushing the flame of service to the background. The mission of service is not something the chosen ones can negotiate or abandon without feeling the consequences. By stepping away from this purpose, the chosen one experiences a sense of emptiness, of loss, as if something essential is slipping through their fingers. And indeed, this is what happens. By ignoring their calling to help others, they disconnect from the source that spiritually nourishes them. For the chosen one, service is not an obligation, but a natural expression of their being. When they share their gifts with the world, something awakens within them. Every act of generosity and compassion strengthens their connection to the universe, fortifying their own essence. Far from being an imposition, serving is a choice that allows them to grow, evolve, and align even more with their purpose. This reflection brings an important point. The service of the chosen ones does not need to be grand or visible to everyone. Often, it manifests in small gestures, words of support, modest actions that, even without great fanfare, reflect their mission. Small acts of kindness, often invisible, hold transformative power. When the chosen reconnect with their mission of service, they rediscover their own light, which guides them through each stage of their journey. One of the deepest and most dangerous deviations for the chosen is allowing negativity to dominate their mind and spirit. This error, besides consuming their energy, contaminates their view of the world and of themselves, obscuring their inner light. For those called to a greater mission, negativity acts as a poison that slowly diverts their focus, dims their gifts, and drains their strength. Whether in the form of bitterness, resentment, discouragement, or anger, this dense energy seeps into the mind of the chosen, especially during trials and internal conflicts. By feeding this negativity, they not only distance themselves from their purpose but weaken their connection to the divine energy that guides them. Dense thoughts and emotions raise barriers that block intuition and peace, both essential for the continuation of their journey. For the chosen, this emotional burden is not only a natural reaction but also a test. Each disappointment, each conflict is an opportunity to overcome resentments and align with forgiveness and acceptance. Many forget that this internal battle is part of the sacred path and that conquering negativity is an act of power that reaffirms light over darkness. Overcoming negativity requires awareness and discipline. The chosen must observe their own thoughts, distinguish what is theirs from what has been absorbed from external influences. Often they carry energies that do not belong to them, influences that, when embraced, weaken their strength. Freeing themselves from these influences, restoring their center, and cultivating a peaceful mindset are essential for them to follow their purpose with integrity. Each time they choose light, opting to see beyond the shadows, they strengthen their connection to a higher purpose. By overcoming negativity, they transform this experience into a profound lesson on the importance of inner peace. In this way, the chosen not only become an example of resilience but a true beacon, proving that even the darkest challenges can be overcome through determination to remain true to their essence. Another common and often invisible deviation is neglecting spiritual self-care. In a fast-paced world full of external demands, the chosen can easily put aside their spiritual practices, believing that time does not allow or that their responsibilities take priority. However, this neglect can turn into a cycle that harms not only their well-being but also the clarity needed to pursue their mission. Spiritual self-care is the foundation that supports the entire journey of the chosen. It goes beyond physical rest. It is about nurturing the soul, honoring their connection to the divine, and allowing their inner light to shine. When the chosen do not give themselves time and space for reflection, meditation, prayer, or other sustaining practices, they begin to feel worn out and disconnected. The fire that once moved them weakens and their sense of purpose becomes distant. In this context, spiritual self-care is not a luxury but a vital necessity. Each act of self-care is an opportunity to restore their energy and align their frequency with the source. Ignoring this need is like leaving a vehicle without fuel, which eventually stops working. In contrast, by dedicating time to self-care, even in small daily doses, the chosen build a reserve of strength that enables them to face life's challenges with resilience and clarity. The chosen must remember that taking care of themselves is a form of serving others. When they are centered and balanced, their light shines more brightly, inspiring everyone around them. It is a sacred reciprocity. By nurturing themselves, they create a positive impact in the world. In times of great turbulence, it is essential to recognize that, within the collective, the strength of community plays an even more crucial role. External energies can often become overwhelming and destabilizing, and for this reason, the chosen one must seek practices that deeply resonate with their being, committing to incorporate them into their daily routine. Whether through meditation, connecting with nature, or even the simple act of seeking silence, each moment dedicated to spiritual self-care is an important step to reconnecting with one's essence. It is in this space of quietude that true strength is revealed, allowing the chosen one to prepare to continue their journey with renewed courage and faith. Another mistake that can be made along the way is disregarding the importance of being connected with a community. In pursuit of their purpose and self-knowledge, many chosen ones end up isolating themselves, believing they must walk this journey alone. However, this view is deeply misguided. The true strength of the chosen one does not lie in solitude, but in interconnection with others. The spiritual journey is a shared path, where each person brings their unique experiences, wisdom, and energy, which can not only enrich but also elevate the whole. Ignoring the importance of community relationships is failing to recognize that every individual who crosses our path can offer a new lesson, a different perspective, or even the support needed to move forward. Mutual support within a spiritual community creates a safe environment where the chosen ones can express themselves authentically, share their struggles and victories, and receive the encouragement necessary to keep going. In this environment, souls can strengthen, grow, and elevate together. The love and compassion that arise from these connections are powerful healing tools, capable of restoring trust and revitalizing the spiritual journey of each person. By closing off to relationships and shared experiences, the chosen one misses the chance to learn and evolve in unexpected ways. Spiritual exchanges, deep conversations, and moments of group reflection can illuminate paths that would otherwise seem dark and uncertain. Therefore, it is essential for the chosen ones to cultivate these connections, whether in meditation groups, support circles, online communities, or in-person gatherings. These relationships not only nourish the spirit but also create a sense of belonging, which is vital for the chosen one's path. When love and collaboration become part of the journey, the chosen one reaches a new level of clarity and strength, not only for themselves but for everyone around them. When reflecting on these deeper errors made along the spiritual journey, it is important to remember that each of them not only represents a failure but also an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. The path of the chosen ones, though challenging, is filled with moments of beauty and learning. Through alignment with their purpose, the chosen one has the chance to shine authentically, overcoming obstacles with love and compassion. By facing these challenges with courage, the chosen one not only reconnects with their mission but also inspires others to do the same. If this content has touched you in any way, be sure to like and share it with those who may also benefit from this reflection. Subscribe to our channel for more deep reflections on the spiritual journey and how to live with more fulfillment. In the comments, I'd love to know which of these errors you recognize in your own journey. Share your experiences and insights, and together we can create a community of support, love, and mutual growth.